In this video, I'm gonna show you a perfect itinerary for those who want to do Portugal and Spain in the same trip, which is one of the most popular itineraries for tourists going to Europe. They are two countries with very nice climates right next to each other. They have the best prices of the rest, with cheaper hotels, not so cheap food, but cheaper than other European countries. So it's a very nice itinerary that combines very well, and we will explain everything here. Which cities to visit in each one, how many days to stay in each one, how to get from one place to the other, by train, by plane, what's best, all the tips you need to make the most of your trip, guys. So don't forget to give the video a like, it's very important for us. Subscribe to the channel and buckle up. Hey guys, for those who don't know me, I'm Gabriel Lorenzi, creator of the Grupo Dicas, the largest travel content network in the world. And today we're gonna talk about Portugal and Spain, the same itinerary. Can you do it? Yes, and it's highly recommended when we travel to Europe for the first time. We want to make the most out of it and get to know several countries, because you can take a train or a plane from one to the other in 4 or 5 hours, going from Paris to Barcelona, then up to London, Amsterdam. You can do it all, but the distances end up taking a lot of your time and money too, because on these journeys you have to pay for train tickets and plane tickets. So I always like to try to optimize at least two big countries, in this case Portugal and Spain. Or if you want to get to know several smaller countries, you can pass through several nice cities in different countries and do the route by train: Prague, Belgium, Vienna, Paris, in between them also to London and Amsterdam, which are closer cities, and you can do everything either by train or by plane very quickly. But Portugal and Spain are very big, so it's worth dedicating a trip just to those two, guys. I recommend it. So let's get started. First question, guys, which country to go to first? It doesn't matter, okay? I usually give preference to Portugal because airline tickets to Portugal are generally cheaper. For everyone going from South or North America arriving there via Lisbon, the flights are direct, faster and cheaper. So it's a good idea to start your trip there from Lisbon. How many days in Portugal, Gabriel? Everyone has a number of days to spend. If you have an average of 15, we'll give you an average of 15 days, and then you can adapt it to suit you. I'd suggest half and half. I'm going to give you an example of 7 days in Portugal and 7 in Spain, and then you can add an extra day, 2, 3, as much as you like, in whichever one you think you like best. In Portugal, in 7 days, you can get to know a lot in some of the main cities. You'll only be based in 2, Lisbon and Porto, so you arrive in Lisbon, stay there for 7 days, then stay for 5 days. That's 5 days in which you really enjoy the city. 3 or 4 days are enough to enjoy all the city's attractions. There is São Jorge Castle, the Belém Tower, and several neighborhoods, the Chiado districts, the Alfama districts. There are lots of nice neighborhoods to visit. Restaurants, Portugal has a lot. In Lisbon, mainly seafood, fish, cheap and tasty things. It's a very nice cuisine. The Jerónimos Monastery, there are lots of attractions, so in Lisbon you will need at least 3 or 4 full days in the city. And I said 5, why? Because then you can take one of those days, guys, to go back and forth. There are round trips to incredible cities there, like Sintra, for example, which is a city with castles. It's close by. You'll be there in 40 minutes or 30 minutes, and it's well worth a visit. There is a tour or excursion that goes there and back, so it's very quick. The guide will show you everything. It's a sensational tour. And for those who are religious and want to learn a bit about the history of the sanctuary of Fátima, you can also make the round trip to Fátima, or make a pit stop in Fátima and then go up to Porto. The websites where we bought these excursions, the trains, I'll mention here later. I'll give you all the details, but if you want, I always leave everything here in the description of the video for you guys. In the description of the video, you see that there's a link that has all the other links in organized and up-to-date page with everything, really everything you need to organize your trip there, with all the services that we use and trust and that you for sure can use to during your trip. And then these 5 intense days in Portugal, you've already seen Lisbon, Sintra, Cascais. On this excursion website, we once went on a tour to Cascais and Sintra on the same day, so you get to see another beautiful city, which is more of a beach town. Then you take a train for around 3 to 4 hours, a high-speed train that goes to Porto, a beautiful city in Portugal. It's a port city, hence the name, and it's beautiful, well worth a visit. I think 2 days there is fine. Everything is very concentrated and you can explore the city very well. If you have more days, add another day or 3 to Porto. I think that's fine too, because it's a beautiful city with a lot of things to see. And then you finished Portugal and you're off to Spain. Generally, with flights, it's easier to get to Madrid because you see that Madrid is close to Portugal, sort of in the middle of Spain, and Barcelona is to the right. So the idea would be to try and catch a flight in Porto, and by train, it's a bit long, right? It's a bit far. I don't think it's worth it. Generally, flights are cheap, these internal flights from Europe. Check them out, and then you take a flight from Porto to Madrid, which is your next destination. So we can start our tour of Spain now, starting in Madrid, a beautiful city. Let's see Spain now. So let's go. If you're going to spend 7 or 8 days in Spain, our recommendation would be to focus on the 2 main cities, which are Barcelona and Madrid. Barcelona has a lot of cool things to do, at least 5 days there, because there are so many attractions. It's a city that has a lot of different things: food, restaurants, artworks, museums, parks, beaches. There's everything, so it's worth spending a lot of time there. Some people like to stay 2 days in Barcelona, 2 days in Madrid, and you end up not enjoying everything of the city has to offer, and you waste a lot of time getting from one place to the other, and money on train and plane tickets. So our recommendation would be, if you have 7 to 8 days there in Spain, take 5 days on average from Barcelona. There's a lot there. You see the Sagrada Familia, which is one of the most incredible monuments in the world. It's one of Gaudi's many works. Continuing with Gaudi, who is Barcelona's superstar, there are also works such as Casa Milà, Casa Batlló, and Park Güell, which is a beautiful and well worth a visit. There's La Barceloneta. Barcelona's main beach is called La Barceloneta. Las Ramblas. There's so much to see that you're going to have a really full 5-day itinerary, guys, right? So that would be our suggestion. It's our favorite place in Spain and one of our favorite places in Europe. So Barcelona can't be left out of your itinerary. It's really an amazing place for you to visit. And then to complement Barcelona, would also add Madrid. Madrid is an incredible city. It's the capital of Spain. Barcelona is more touristy. Madrid is more important for Spain as a hub, as a capital. Madrid, I'd say 3 days is fine because there are fewer things to do than Barcelona, and there are many more museums, squares, the historical parts. I think that if you spend 2 days there, you can visit practically everything and get to know the city very well. And on the 3rd day, you can either continue exploring the city or make the round trip to Toledo, which is just 30 minutes away. It's very easy. Then you get to know one more city, but you don't have to waste time getting around. And a very good tip, guys, there's a website where we always buy tickets, excursions all over Europe. They're very big, and they have all these tours, the excursions to Toledo. If you're staying in Barcelona, there's an excursion to Montserrat, which is a beautiful region, guys, all mountainous. It's also worth doing, taking a day out of Barcelona. And this website we bought from sells everything, all the tickets, all the tours of all the cities at the cheapest price, so you don't pay the IOF when you buy on the websites. It's very good. It's the best place of all, so take a look there. And there are free tours too, free guided tours for you to take around the cities to get to know everything. So it's a great tip. You'll be able to have the guide at the end. You have to tip the guide at the end, of course, but it's a great tip for getting to know the city and saving money. Take a look, and there are all the tours. I'll leave them here in the description of the video, as I always do, a link to a page with all the links we use to organize our trips, the places we already know and know are the cheapest, the place to buy the best cell phone chip, the place to buy travel insurance, which is mandatory for Europe for up to half the price of travel agencies. It's much cheaper, guys. It's an incredible comparator, the car rental comparator, the site to buy train tickets, which is a very good in Europe, especially in Spain and Italy. Portugal can be used a lot. The train's very nice. The global account allows you to use the euros much more cheaply there. Guys, this is a complete guide for you to plan your entire trip with everything you need, the hotels we've stayed in each of the cities. Take a look, and using this link below, the links inside which already have discounts, your trip will be much cheaper, believe me. And the distance, Gabriel, but how far is it from Madrid and Barcelona to make this journey? It's 2 hours, 2.5 hours by train. There's a super good direct train that connects the two. And which one should you start with? I'd say either one. My tip is always check the airfare. Look at the airfares to Barcelona and Madrid, whichever has a good, cheaper direct flight, or even with a connection but at a good price, you can just get on and make the journey, but the order of arrival doesn't really matter. And then if you want, guys, and you're interested in a summer trip, beaches in Portugal, there's the Algarve region, which is 3 hours away by car. It's beautiful. We did this trip. It's very nice. Coming down from Lisbon, you can include some beaches in the Algarve. 5 days there is very nice. Or if you want more paradisiacal beaches with warmer water, more Caribbean style, you know, more paradisiacal, there are the beaches on the islands of Spain, which are Ibiza, Mallorca, and Menorca. If you take a quick flight from Barcelona, you can get to one of them very quickly. In Ibiza, there's Formentera, one of the most beautiful beaches I've ever been to. It was one of the beaches on the island of Formentera. Check it out, because these are trips that are worthwhile if you go in the summer. You can go there in the beginning of June and until the middle of October at least, okay guys, when it starts to cool down. You can enjoy it. The ideal is September. It's very nice, and the end of June is also very nice. It's already warm and not so crowded, but it's an itinerary you can fit into. And there are other regions of Spain for you to visit. The Andalusia region is very beautiful. We've just made a video of the perfect itinerary in Spain if you want to explore more of Spain, so take a look at it. We've mentioned all the other cities. It's a complete itinerary focused on Spain, 15 days in Spain, which then takes you to Granada, Seville, Valencia, and various cool other cities in Spain. It's really amazing. And that's it, guys. I hope you liked the video. If you like it, please don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to the channel. That helps us produce more and more content. And don't forget to watch the other videos that I'm going to leave here, which are very important for you to do all the planning. So thanks a lot, guys, and have a nice trip. See you later.